got just the waiting game at the moment happening, waiting for the right opportunity to start pushing in. A lot of poke damage coming in through as Rhyme also gets taken out. There's not many players left. Cinder with a third pick for the Sage. Try to wall bang through the floor. That does not seem to be working. Round has been won. A 4-0 score on the board.
4-0. Things starting to get pretty tough for NIP, but like, gladly now they do get a buy round on board. Rhyme back with that classic operator in hands. This guy has been fantastic with this so far. Cinder, however, look at him. 8-0-4. Hasn't died a single round. Now that is what you want to see from your healer.
It's definitely what you want to see from your healer, as now going to the next round. It's too good for Lan. He's trying to make this a very clean round. Rhyme does not get the pick onto the breach there.
Shadows traveling.
Will be one big damage dealt already, but we'll get healed up here for the attack.
Oh, he's not
Huge
seen
opening
it!
bomb body. Cuts, it still doesn't get the pick off. Zipan does get 2 picks here. Finally put NIP mix on the board. A 5v3 situation. The spike is still holding on back.
That is one of the most hilarious Doom bots I've ever seen. Because it jumps up in the air before it explodes. So if you're Flash, you're having a really hard time trying to take that one out from the skies. Resurrect does come through, so Too Good for Lan, are actually definitely looking to be committed to this round here. Moving off towards A site. Got one player lurking in sewers, but there's 2 players currently on A. And I believe that is the Sage from NIP ready to rotate through A link onto A should they come from this angle.
Cypher also holding A already as the Molly comes through here. From a flank to just push on mid. That's the players really plan here to flash this out, but Rhyme gets that operator pick on mid. Zipan with a 3rd pick on the board for the breach. With 2 players left, the spike once again has to be planted. It's gonna go down now. 2 players left. Alexi, Rhyme, the wall bang headshot. The rotate is there. Tanner picks up the final kill. The defuse will come through. And NIP Mix puts their first point on the board for this match.
That's got to be a frustrating trapwire to go up against on the site. Plus, on the top of that, that Rhyme literally just sends a bullet coursing through the box there straight into Replan's body. Zipan had a fantastic round there. A real blazer for him. And now 2 ultimates online, Rolling Thunder as well as Showstopper. And looking a little bit more happy now. Money does go down slightly. 4, Too Good for Lan, which is good because this means that because they've been able to take out a lot of the members during the previous rounds, despite being on eco, they've been forced to buy most rounds, so it's only Fake here with a sizable amount of cash in the pocket. If they lose this round, they probably will have to go onto an eco, in fact.
Well, early Molly onto A-Long. And here, definitely right there as 2 players are holding B at the moment. And a slow push here. 3 players holding at Garage, taking it slow, trying to bait at those utilities once again. Get that late push coming on through.
Middle seems like the target for the time being. We've got a player towards A-Link and a few players in Garage. Trying to prevent control of that. That makes it so much easier for Jesmond. Sees Turner jump around the corner. Slow comes through, but Jesmond's not that slow whatsoever in terms of flicking prowess.
Showstopper comes on out as we see everyone too good for Lan trying to get away. Cinder will not manage though. Jesmond is just going to push aggressively onto B to try and avoid that, but will not avoid the headshot.
Now NIP starting to bring up the cadence of this round. Zipan managed to flick away for a second, prevents that 1.75 flash coming through. Now Alexi, as well as Replan coming through. One goes down. Now it's a 2v1. Replan has to make something happen, but only 77 HP and operator in hand. Finding the pick onto 2 is hard. Spike is picked up. 11 seconds. 4 seconds for that plant, so he has to do something desperate. Picks up the Vandal, try and take this close quarters fight. Just about get there in time, but 0.2 milliseconds. The plant doesn't go through, and Bonkard's there.
not indeed the headshot to clear it out. And IP Mix managed to get the second point going on as the good for LAN having a bit more of a rough time now, as NIP Mix seems to have gotten a better read here on Haven. What to expect.
Which is nice. Rhyme now, of operator as well, is able to much more firmly hold C. Now 3 ultimates online. Only Yassine had to use his showstopper last round. Feels like Nip starting to nip this one in the bud. So 7th round and a half here. 4-2, so still too good for LAN, lead by 2 rounds. Oh my lord, that's upsetting for Yassine. Alexi just shoots him straight through the wall. And Zipan forced into an awkward scenario. Smoke comes down to support him. And 39 HP desperately now going to go look for his medic.
The showstopper comes on through. That is where a medic is, to put Yassine back in the fight and get that health back up, as Rhyme is right there once again with the operator to make sure that his team stays in the mix. But Jasmine very patiently waiting here. Doesn't get the wall bang and will get taken out during the reload. Fortunately, not an option to still keep shooting there. Didn't manage to get the pistol out as Bonker just cleans out the fight. And IP Mix that 3rd point right there, almost back to equal points.
Yeah, indeed. 3 rounds on the trot. Just about, you'd imagine, too good for LAN will be able to buy this round. He's just going to grab those sheriffs on board, wait for the next round so everyone can buy and upgrade. So we're more and more likely looking at a 4-4 here as they tie it up. Again, defender's side usually has somewhat the advantage right here. So NIP needs to start getting a few more rounds in the pocket. Checking for the camera early on. Does not find that easy pick towards A long. That is unfortunate.
Now the full push is there. Rhyme taking an angle onto high ground, but there's no one going through short. Everyone's at a long. There is a Cypher right at the ready from Bongar to scope that out. Both of the angles for this attack at the moment taken care of, or at the very least looked for, as the tripwire manages to get the information on Alexi. Desmond also drops in mid. This is going to be the neural theft being used to get the rest of the intel, as Cinder will be the next to drop. Fake does get the trade though, but Ryan will make sure that he doesn't get away with that for free. That is a quick little round to equalize this one out. A 4-4 score at the moment for both of these teams.
Unfortunately, as well, they don't get the plant down, so Spike doesn't give that 1,500 total credits to the whole team. As well as the fact that only one player was removed from NIP, so they don't really suffer too much in terms of economy. You can see them all sitting fairly pretty. Again, though, you'd imagine that really here, Too Good for LAN going to make a push for this round. Maybe use a couple of ultimates here, Rolling Thunder as well as the Orbital Strike. Because if they lose this one, they're back on Eco. And it's another almost guaranteed round going over to NIP early on.
Getting those, that armor for the doors taken care of early on. Actually get a nice wallbang pick going on there. When we've got 2 players on B side as well. Just holding that one very patiently. Spike though on the hands of Cinder. Looking around a garage. So we just have to get scoping out though. It is going to be Cinder who gets scoped out. Spike on the floor as Zippin manages to kill this one out. Has to avoid the paint shells. Will manage to make his way out with 8 HP left. But Tender's right there to heal that up.
Goodness me, the big read coming from Jesman, knowing that's probably the direction that Zipan wants to rotate through to get the heal from his resident healer. Now they're going to aggressively out of mid. Jesman is there, but the double peek makes that one fairly easy. Now, I was going to say 3 alive, make that 2. Rhyme does go down. We'll definitely have to go over that side to try and recover the operator. Orbital Strike will give them a little bit of breathing room here on the side.
Fake though, not going for the plants, just going to go for the peak, but it's gonna be met with a flying race coming through the sky, putting him off key. It's gonna be a bit of BM shooting here, as we've only got a replan left. 5 seconds available. no option to plant this one out. And if Mix is going to be running away with a 5-4 lead after a bit of a rough start.
So now you will see Too Good for Land buying once more this round. Picking up Phantoms, Vandals, etc. Operator on the side of Rhyme with 10k on the bank, finally making that one. The penta figures there, so not too bad for him.
It's looking good for Rhyme. Even with the Operator still having 10k left, that is going to put you in a nice position for a few rounds.
Cage trigger.
Let's take a look here where people are tending to head off to. Defenders leaning heavily towards C and B, because it seems every single time, and I think Nip have got the read on this now, is that Too Good for Land scout out A, don't get much done, and then make the rotate over to C later on. But now that Jesmond is down, they almost have to make a commit over to A. Smokes preparing to be dropped down by the Brimstone. And only 2 players on site, so a 2v4 early on. Really, the Cyber Cages have to do a big work here.
Rolling Thunder coming on through to open up this next fight. The push is there, but Bunker with 2 quick headshots. He seemed to try and clean this one out. Bunker still alive on point, gets the 3rd one, which is the final kill needed. And NIP looking clean.
Let's remind you guys, this is the 6th round in a row that NIP Mix have won. It's going to be an awkward half buy here coming through from Too Good for Land. They know they want to get some momentum back on board, but honestly, if I was them, I would just save and try and at least get a definite full buy for the last round of the half and make this maybe 7-5, rather than putting yourself in this awkward situation where you may be looking at lack of utility and hitting an 8-4 potentially.
I like this hold here for the defense. Just a high ground behind B. Knowing that at the very least there's a breach who use the flashbang there. There's not going to be a push coming on out. And the doors in Garage have already been taken care of. So, but not the ready though, also behind Garage. As both of these teams taking it easy for the moment.
A side.
Say that.
Here. Yeah, Replan taking out Zipan. Zipan being a real force to be reckoned with on the side of NIP. Just now going into window. Those patented flicks don't come through this time. As you're seeing, will pick up that dirty little headshot. Now it's 4 players encroaching on A. And just Bonkar, can he hold down the fort once again?
Cage triggered.
A lot of pressure on the Cypher.
They found
Get
my
those
wire.
multi-kills coming on through. Is going to actually rotate back and take that safer
Found my
angle.
wire.
Not going to get hit by that right there. As indeed the push comes on through. And I know that there is some sights onto Heaven, as the rest of the team is right there to rotate back. The Showstopper is available as the slow orb gets used to deny that pushing power. Back of A. Could be in a link. One camera down again to get you that extra information. 2 players up in Heaven. Oh,
He's absolutely bloody nothing. May as well have black tape over the side of that. In comes the Showstopper, blind in midair, doesn't matter, still gets the job done. Now just 2 players remaining. Ryan finds 1, and immediately that's a huge retake there. And honestly, I'm going to give that one to Bonkar. It's a very smart move from him. Drop up the Cyber Cage, delay on A long, play for the retake. He could have gone for the hero play there. Instead, holds his tongue and backs off. Very, very smart.
giving the rest of the team a chance to rotate on through as well. A nice fighting chance, as indeed that score goes up to 7v4. So go to the last round of this half. At the very least ending it in favor of Ninjas and Pyjamas.
Yeah, because really here, it'd be interesting to see what they have on board. It seems like most players actually have Vandals. You can see here, Cinder's taken a big hit for that one. Replan with only 25 armor, Cinder with absolutely nothing. Instead, putting a bigger priority on having weapons rather than having that armor online.
Out of charges.
Pain Shells just getting rid of the armor entirely, but not finding much else. There's no one really hiding in this corner apart from Desmond himself now. Flashbang, though, doesn't help with that kill right there. will go in favor of Jasmine. So NIP now 1 down. Might be able to res it on a through though. There's nobody around to really deny that one to come in.
But it will be
Satchel out.
Sage player holding on top of the box. Tenor hears that, actually walks away. And in that moment, it's given a big chance, big opportunity to put Zipham back up. And again, Tenor finds a shot through onto Jesmond. And that was a 4v3. They have to retake onto A site. Cinder has the Resurrector available as well. So all ultimates used. It's the final round. No better time to be using them. Player coming through onto Suicide, though. There is a player just holding down lobby.
Also denying that push to through the hallway there. Though Zipan coming through from Gardens to pick up a replan. That timer is ticking fast though. It's gonna have to be a push coming out soon. Cinder picks up another kill on Tenor. That's less than 10 seconds to go. The defuse will not be there as you see. Just tries to go aggressive, picks up Cinder. Not much else. The bomb will explode. Everyone gets taken out. It's good for Lan. Does manage to pick up that 5th point. To still try and pull this one back as we flip the sides. Go back to some pistol rounds.
Yeah, and even with that being pretty much a definite force buy coming through from Too Good for Land, they didn't have armor on side. They just had some weaponry. Only Jesmond there, really, with the heavy armor, I believe. And now as we head over to attacking side, you'd imagine that NIP actually have the advantage here. They've got the Omen, much more of an aggressive character, whereas it will seem like Too Good for Land are playing something much more standard. Still, very, very very much a lot of strength on the side of Too Good for Land's team composition. Replan with the breach. We're able to clear out Garage fairly easily.
And it's definitely a thing to be called for, having that setup right there. As, got a lot of investment already for the attack here on A. There's a camera just right around this corner where the Cypher for Too Good for Land will be scoping this out. Does manage to find that Omen just before the camera gets taken out.
You've seen though of a beautiful little peek out into Garage. Now, that opens a lot of things up here. Having Garage control is so essential, and Tenor finding Jesmond too. He is only on 5 HP, 20 seconds before that heal comes back online. But right now, NIP looking absolutely pretty in this round.
What, really? This doesn't get taken out. 14 HP left. Manages to turn around to get the headshot. Now with only the Cypher available, Alexi, as we're looking along with the Cypher, is just going to take a bullet to the skull. That's a flawless round for Ninjas in Pyjamas to get that extra point on board. This first round after the half, and NIP liking these aggressive plays.
You've seen pretty much duck dodging and diving there, quite literally. You see he's flicking his camera all over the screen and then somehow lines up that headshot. Man, it felt like he was in the practice range then. He'd been doing that all night. Very well played to him. And now that we get some upgrades. 3 Bulldogs, 2 Spectres. Again, back onto an eco round. We're expecting 9 to 5 here. Just as much work been put through for NIP.
For Land, going for a bit of an aggressive peek on C, now rotating back. As NIP just take the decision, we're gonna go for A, and we're gonna go for it fast. Rest of the team for Too Good for Land, ready to come on back to try and contest this fight. But there's no one left to contest.
That's terrible. That was pretty speedy. I don't think something more speedy has happened in my life. They got on the site, planted the bomb, killed 4, and now Cinder's feeling very, very much dismayed about this round.
Especially now, not even getting that kill off. Bunker will manage to clean that out, make another flawless and 9 to 5 in favor of NIP. Once again, looking at a very strong attacking side from Ninjas in Pyjamas.
Buys will come through here. Cinder does buy, however, if he gets the Vandal as well as Army. He won't be able to get Wall and Slows, so you can see him there. Just deciding what to buy. So it actually all seems that he's not actually going to buy too much unless he has some residual from last round. Be curious to see his perspective. But 3 Bulldogs, 2 Spectres once again up against full weaponry. This is very much in the favor of Too Good for Land. If they lose this one, things start to look very, very dire belly.
Absolutely. That scoreboard is nothing to scoff at. The ultimate's at the ready, however. As we've got the double defense on A, where we've also got 2 players is kind of here as we look along with a Rhyme managing to scope out just a bit of information here. Having the cage at the ready, having the tripwire as well right at the floor. Now it's going to be fully clear that there are people pushing here, so indeed the Cypher comes on through. Try and push that back. No, there will not be an A push coming around just yet.
50 seconds remaining. They trigger the Cyber Cage on A short, so it's not a bad bit of utility used through there. They're all back to full HP, but Replan finding that headshot into Yassine makes things a little bit more difficult. That is the last smoke down from the Brimstone, so no more sight denying abilities available for him. We'll just only have the Molotov left to work with. Replan's out! But it's an aggressive push that does not work out in his favor, and now immediately you see the attackers pushing onto site. Ryan with a beautiful headshot on the left-hand side.
Now the rotate is coming on through to Good for Land right from the defender spawn, trying to take a look at the C side. We've got Jasmine here going for the attacker spawn. There's going to be a bit of a firefight coming on through as he does manage to pick up Tenor. Glasing this fight at 3v3 to go. The wall denying that push through Garage. Now they're going to be aware of what's coming on, but Jasmine trying to just clutch this one out for the rest of his team. Picks up Bunker as well, but no, Zippon will deny that fight. Flashbang comes as well. Zippon gets traded out. The Spike is getting starting to run down, but Rhyme is right at the ready to get the headshot. Picks up the Vandal as well. Looking for the prettier Vandal, but no, that will be one Vandal in the favor of NIP. A 10-5 score.
It's a very cerebral play coming there from Rhyme. He knows that Jesmond's down on long. There's 3 players remaining, 2 players pushing through from Connector. So when he hears the 2 footsteps, he knows that his teammate Zipan can buy time with the flashbang, gives him time to walk through Connector and peek out from that side, which you can absolutely tell Alexi was not at all aware of that whatsoever. And now Too Good for Land back onto an eco. 11th round incoming here for NIP.
Absolutely, though. Jasmine here right at the ready with the judge waiting around the boxes in Garage. Hoping for someone to push aggressively to get a nice quick pick. Come on through.
Slow down with Yassine in the small moment when it all pops. Peeks around the corner and Cinder's gone.
Replan, though, manages to trade that one out, but Rhyme says, nope, this is still going to be in our favor as Alexi drops on A. And now with just 3 players left, Jasmine once again looking for a bit of an aggressive defense. Gets scattered out by the bomb. Buddy is going to have to use those paint shells to just get out with barely any health left. This is looking rough for Too Good for Land, though. He pops out that teleport. A nice quick headshot coming on through. Spike will get planted here on A. A very good setup for Ninjas and Pyjamas to hold this one down.
Still, that's a weapon given over to the Heaven player there as Rhyme goes down. So Fake will be running with something a little bit stronger than just the Sheriff now. 2 players towards yellow. Smokes come through, closing off a lot of the site. Now Fake drops down. Replan hits Tenor. Bonkar finds 1, and now it's all down to Yassine here. Jesmond on 4 HP. As you see him rushing up A long.
Some pain tails coming on through. Don't find any damage. As I say that, though, that would be Jasmine taken out. The showstopper as well. Well, this is the clutch for NIP to get that 11th point. The bomb will also explode, and not in time, unfortunately. I wanted to see a bit of a spray of victory. Nice clutch for the raise from the attacking side. With an 11-5 score. Too Good for Land are going to have to pull out all of the stops to try and pull this one back.
Oh, they will. That is a good round, though, for Too Good for Land to try to start bringing it back. You can see here that both teams are slightly worse aware in terms of money there, and that's because they were able to take out 4 players. Fake, as well as Replan having a very, very good start that game in terms of the share of one-shots. Replan now the operator back in hand, looking for some more one-shots, but you're seeing picking up Jesman, arguably the best player at the moment on the side of Too Good for Land. I say that as Replan absolutely rips Yassine apart through the box.
See that bomb buddy come out, getting the nice wallbang to come on through, but Sidna's right there to make sure Zipan doesn't get much more value than that. Now I've got 3 players for NIP to kind of hold up around C. The spike at the ready. Gonna get a push going. Gonna get actually that ultimate orb down as well. Maybe get that 4th player back up and running. Trying to get the Raze back into the fight.
Which would make a lot of sense as well. I mean, you get yourself back onto match point. 4v3 makes a lot of sense here. In comes from the shadows. One player's already pushed up long. It's Rhymer goes down for that from the shadows play where he just goes 1 meter. It actually backfires massively.
Backfires amazingly, was not unfortunately looking in the right direction at the right time. And the breach just pops out ever so slightly in time as the push comes on through to B. Spike will get planted down right on site. Ability is getting used at the moment as Replan is just trying to take a look. Does see that effect over the head for the discombobulation for the concussive blast to just try and take that shot. Bunker though will deny Cinder's attempt at trying to take the window out, and now it's just Replan with an operator trying to get the 3-tap, will not manage, and that will put us to match point in favor of Ninjas and Pyjamas. Just 1 round to go to clear this one out, get that 3rd place spot for that €1,000 pot.
Now, 2 really strong ultimates to make it happen here on match point 2 as well. And you can see the money situation is god-awful for Too Good for Land. Bulldog, Marshall, and 3 Vandals. And you imagine that Cinder, Replan, and Fake all have had to make some sacrifices in terms of maybe armor here. Rhyme gonna look for the early peak. That's a fantastic orbital strike doing so much damage.
The armor already gone, but Rhyme is just going to take Fake out for the troubles. There will be some healing left to make sure that the team will be still getting a fighting chance. As Rhyme is just firing through the doors. Replan will be the next to drop. Though Cinder does get Cinder out of the fight, but the Resurrect has already been used. Rolling Thunder coming on through. Trades happening left, right, and center, but Ninjas and Pyjamas still in favor with a 3-2 lead here, Blank.
You're seeing pushing into connector. He knows a player has gone towards despawn side.
He doesn't know there's
Push
someone
through
behind him
C-Link.
though. Now he does, with the bullet coming on through. Cinder does also get the rest. Spike has been planted. Now we've got a fighting chance here. Ryan actually gonna teleport to the corner here. He's gonna hold on onto Cubby. Will get taken out by Jasmine, and now Bunker is the only one left to try and pull this back. Gets the opening pick, but the wall is there. The defuse will come on through. This will have to be a quick wall break. Does get Replan. Gets Cinder to get the clutch. Just at the last second to deny the defuse. And